the first season, we weren't sure we were going to go any more seasons at all. We never imagined. That includes the producer, the director, Paul Baxley, and I don't know about the talent. I don't know about John, Tom, Sonny, but Jimmy. But I know that we were just glad to be working, but we didn't know it would come out to be what it is. First season. Right after they did the first 5 in Georgia, they came back, and I started right away. There were 4 regular stuntmen on the show that worked every week, all season, and those stuntmen were Gary Baxley, Alan Wyatt, Jerry Summers, and Angelo Lamonea. We were the 4 stuntmen that worked every week that were on steady weekly contracts. First assignment was just to jump, jump Roscoe's car into a pond.
And what was that like?
That was, we were all concerned, but it was pretty simple. I just waited for the car to sink and then climbed out the window. You have to sit in. You can't try to climb out while the water's coming in. So you just wait for the car to sink. I have a little pony tank, a little air tank on my strap to my leg. It's got about 3 minutes of air just in case I need it. But I didn't need it. I just waited the car to sink. As soon as it filled up with water, I got out. It's pretty easy. We used to have T-shirts that said the second unit is the first unit. They were usually shooting on a stage or something. They were on a lot while we were doing chase scenes, jumps, and we would hang out for, like parties or when we were on a stage. And first unit was always, very nice and everything. But we were separate and apart, and we felt the second unit was the first unit because we were the people that were really doing it. I lived with Al Wyatt. When I first started the show, I was living with Al Wyatt. And Al Wyatt and I hung around together for the whole show and after. But we were as close as brothers, Alan Wyatt and Gary Baxley and Jerry Summers. We were a close-knit group. Jerry Summers, Alan Wyatt, and Gary Baxley. It's amazing. It's great. It feels very good. It's touching. It's very touching. It's a tough thing to do. You got to be persistent. And you got to be ready. Most stunt people will get a chance, but will you be ready when the chance comes? So, if there's any advice, is to be well versed in certain things. You know how to ride a horse. You know how to fall off a building. You know how to do a fight. You know how to fence. You need certain things that, we would hire specialists. We needed people that, knew how to fence or anything. But it's good to know a little bit about boxing, a little bit about jiu-jitsu, a little bit about how to do a high fall, ride a horse, important, and naturally driving a car and riding a motorcycle. And another thing that's very important, the way you carry yourself. If you're going to double a lead actor, he will see how you look when you're running, when you're doing a fight. And if you slouch, if you don't have proper posture, when you make your moves, are you graceful? It's very important to get hired again. Because if you don't look graceful in everything you do, you will not get hired again, even if you do the job well. So your appearance and how you do it is important. I wanted to be an actor. I am an actor. In fact, I always said I'm an actor that does stunts. I'm not a stuntman that acts. Because, we get acting parts. And I lived on the beach in Malibu, and there was a great stuntman, an old stuntman, and his name was Paul Stater. And at the time, he was stunt coordinator on the Batman series. And I was on the beach. I would be surfing, playing volleyball. And a girlfriend of mine said, you should meet this guy. He may help you, because getting into the motion picture business is not easy in any capacity. Because it's there's plenty of people that want to be a part of the motion picture business. So I met Paul Stater, Stader, great stuntman, old stuntman. And he had done Errol Flynn movies. And anyway, he said, well, you want to get into show business? You look like you're in good shape. And he had a gym in Santa Monica. He said, come down to the gym. So I went down to the gym. He began to show me a little bit about boxing. Then he showed me a little bit about doing high falls, a little bit about fencing, and taught me the basics that a stuntman should know. And then he hired me, not too much, but he hired me a little bit on the Batman series to be one of the Zaps. And so it was Paul Stater I can get the credit from for teaching me the basics. But if you want to be a stuntman, you find someone to teach you the basics. And you can do that by going to the Stuntman's Association or Stunts Unlimited and getting in touch with them, and they can maybe give you some direction as to who will, where you can get some instruction. I was a teacher for a while also. I worked for Corey Eubanks' dad, Bob Eubanks, in teaching people how to do horse balls